Hey guys, an update on a few charts, just because the close was pretty hectic, like red, but I'm actually happy with what the S&P did. And by the way, before I start, we have from this low after the close, we have pumped up like almost a percentage, which is nice. Now on the S&P, I'm happy because we took this low. Yeah. And yeah, we took this local low. And on the 1 hourly, we have like a very nice candle here. So I think Monday might be, yeah, potentially green. Of course, no promise. We can still move down, and then the next level that we're watching is here. Now, one thing I wanted to look at is this larger time frame count. Currently, we have it as a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then from there we're starting to move down. But maybe we can finish the move here and then label it as an ABC. We now took this low, even if it's slightly. I'm happy with, once we take this slow, I'm happy with the move to be complete, okay? And then it can like try to turn around at any point. And I'm saying this, especially if you look at the Nasdaq, you're gonna see it's more clear. Here we didn't take this high, so we know this is a X wave or a B wave, okay? In this case, an X wave, because this looks a little bit more like a 3-wave move, like it's going to be a 3-wave move rather than a 5-wave move down. And on this one, then WX, we just took this W wave low as well today. And we tested the 1-to-1 taken from this W to this X wave. So I'm pretty happy with this chart as well. Of course, it may drop even further. We have this ABC inside wave Y on the Nasdaq with the target box here at 23,442 together with the point of control of this previous range. So if we drop further, that's the area that we want to focus on. But from this larger labeling, we have hit the 1-to-1, and that's always a significant level. So yeah, over the weekend, let's see if there's like any news on maybe potentially more oil going through the strait, or maybe peace talks or whatever can be the catalyst to start the next leg up. I'm happy with this 1-to-1, but again, it may drop further, and then the focus is here at 23,400. Okay, that's like 2-3% more to the downside on the Nasdaq chart. And that's why, because on this one it's pretty clear, we don't take the high here. So labeling it an ABC is very obvious, or a WXY. That's why I want to change the S&P as well to finishing the 5th wave earlier, and then that initial move down is already part of the larger correction. Also, by the way, very nicely, if I take Fibs from this low to this high, the 0.236 is also in line with this point of control and with the 1.236 and with the internal 1-to-1 of this red ABC. So very interesting level, okay? The next one that we're approaching. Let me go back to the S&P. So in the case that this is an overshoot here, we can potentially put this 3 and this 4 here, or even here, okay? Like a very sideways wave 4 here, and then a 5th wave, like this. ABC. Or maybe even like an ABCDE. But no, this one overshoots this one, so we have to put it like this. ABC, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 potentially inside this 5th. Looks good like that. I just want to check how this 1, 2, 3 played out here. If I pull Fibs, like this, we did hit the 618 and the 786, so I think it's looking nice like this actually. In that case, WX And then now, yeah, a very crazy Y wave. Let me check quickly how I took this fib here. Okay, this is from the internal structure here. And then if I take it from the larger time frame, from the start here, 3-wave move down, to here. I'm gonna put it like this in green. So this is an alternative, okay? We can still put it here and then start the correction from here as well, but putting it like this, because the Nasdaq is a little bit more clear, okay? Because of this not overshooting here, we know for sure that this is like the correction started here, okay? This is part of the correction, this push. This was October 29th. And this is then also October 29th. So because of that, I'm now changing then the view a little bit here. A and then maybe we can even do it in ABC. It fits actually pretty nicely. 3-wave move here, then 3-wave move in here, and then I'll put it in green. I know I don't use green often, but I already have like pink stuff here. And then in your C wave, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe we get one more 4, 5 in here. Oh fuck, wait. One, two, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5. So if we label this as a secondary 1, 2 here, we could get one more low here, okay? Because inside wave C, we want to see a 5-wave move down. Actually, I'm gonna delete this for now. I'm gonna make this pink because I don't like green. We always use pink. So like this, A, B, 1, 2, 1, 2. So like this, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 inside this wave 3. Then now potentially another 4, 5. How do we know if it's like this and we're already forming a low here? Basically, I'm gonna take a fib from, let's take it from this one to be conservative. Or I'll take it from both. Hitting the 618 is your invalidation for a wave 4. Like this one sits here at 6,800, and then if I take it from here, this internal one, it sits at 6,800, okay? So for the bulls, if you want this C wave to be complete here, we want to now just open next week bullish and get to this area here, invalidate the wave 4, okay? I think it's similar on the Nasdaq. Labeling this an ABC, you can count it complete. You have a 3-wave move, the C wave takes the A wave low. Here, yeah, I can't really pull the 618 because you can see here clearly it's a 3-wave move, not a real aggressive move down yet. Like if I take it from here to here, we're already like it, this is just too, like this pushes too, how do I say it, man? Fuck. This pushes not aggressive enough to be able to pull the fibs, I think. But on this one, because it's deeper, I can pull these. And then, yeah, going up and hitting these will then invalidate the wave 4 and the internal wave 4 here. So that would be good for the bulls. And then ABC, we have reached this box now. We have taken the A wave low. going lower on volume here, bullish divergence here now on the daily RSI. Weekly also lower volume, and we closed above this point of control of this. We have a little range here. I mean, it's not that significant, but it's of this one. It's important, like not that important, but it's nice to see that it's closing above it. Okay. And then on the 1 hourly, nice looking candle here. We might push on Monday. Okay. RSI bullish divergence as well. Then lastly, I have a line here. Why did I put this line here? 1, 2. Yeah, this was from the previous count. If we labeled it the WXYXZ, we needed still an ABC in here. And then I was like, okay, in your C wave, if this is a 1, 2, 1, 2, this is the level that you want to hit to invalidate that. But because I changed my view, I'm gonna remove this and not bother you with it as well. So yeah, to the upside, focus can be on the point of control and the 618s here. Hit those and it's very good for the bulls. To the downside, $6,400. That area is interesting to watch. Okay. If you then also quickly, really happy actually with this close, because now like, okay, it can drop more, but it can also be the low. Okay. It's super hard to catch the low, but it now all depends on one single like news catalyst, and it might have been it. Okay. I'm not saying it's not gonna move down. It has room to move down even more, but I'm really happy with how it looks now also on the Nasdaq. Like this is a correction that took, if we compare it to this move up, if we start the correction here, like this, look, we're almost even in time. And for a wave 2, if this is a 1, 2, I want the wave 2 to be at least those 0.382 time fib. So comparing this with this in time, okay? And we're like past that, so I'm happy with it. 1-to-1 respected as well, as you can see. Of course, doesn't mean anything yet. We need to get a good bounce and continuation. But look here as well, this candle, look at this in the low. This one, we had also good volume. We tried to push, but it failed. Now we can try again next week, Monday, okay? Then maybe like quickly the Max 7 stocks. Here on Google, I had this ABC labeling here, or like WX and then ABC in your wave Y, targeting this 1-to-1 here. Now, we attempted here a 1-2 setup, we didn't get any continuation, okay? But because of this 886 hit, we might still be able to label this a 1-2 here, and an ABC here inside, okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I need to adjust these fibs. If I then check this internal structure here, we did react to the 1.236 together with then the 786 taken from this low to this high, which is good. We have not hit the 886 yet. If we hit the 886 here, in my opinion, we should take the low and test this box here. But as long as we don't do that, Monday we might have an attempt to move yet higher here, okay? And if we don't, 292.64 is the next level. Then we have the point of control here at 285 on Google. And then, it's gonna be this pink box taken from this A to B. Or I might change it into an ABC and a wave W, X, and then a wave Y, which will give us a box that is sitting deeper, like this. Okay, I'll put it in red as an alternative scenario if this keeps showing weakness here, but I don't think we're gonna get that, okay? But let's have it here. Should we really push strongly to the downside next week as well, then, and not show any support here, then we might focus on this box and change this into a WXY instead of a WXY like this. I'll also change the labeling because it's looking better like a WXY than an ABC. WXABC, yep. Then Microsoft did take the low. That's also nice. We had the 886 hit here locally. If you wanted to count this as a double one too, yeah, hitting that is a sign of weakness. And now we have, yeah, taken the low again, and it may try again from here then. Of course, we want to avoid the 886 here, okay? So it's, I think, important that we have a strong start to next week and have a strong week in general. We want to push high here, okay? And not visit this 86, because if we do that, we might have to take this low, and then it keeps going. WX, maybe even an ABC is fitting as well. A, B, C, and then 1, 2, 3, ABC, 4, 5, something like this. But again, this should show strength here, okay? Bullish divergence again, back to back here on the daily. Yeah, juicy. I'm not gonna lie, it's juicy. I'm really hyped. Like, I have my payday next week. I wanna buy. Oracle. Yeah, it's a little bit, yeah, of an ugly chart, this one. Like, yeah, the double 1-2 scenario is still valid. Also, if you consider how good Coref has been acting. 1-2, 1-2. We lost the 6 minutes, so next up is the 786. But again, here as well, we want to see strength. If we don't get it, yeah, we're gonna go down and take this low, okay? But it's good that this move down was on continuously lower volume. So I'm really optimistic for next week. Let's see. Nvidia still didn't take this low. It would have been perfect if he did, but maybe it can do it next week or the weeks after. Regardless, we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 inside here, okay? And I expect then as well at least a corrective push to the upside. We move down here again here as well on lower volume. That's good in the sense that, look, this might have a little bit of a bounce, but here you don't have any bullish divergence yet. So yeah, it would be nice to take the low here. And the S&P can grind to the upside even if Nvidia drops. We just need the other ones to perform okay-ish. Then Nvidia can move down and take these lows and then try from here, okay? If you look at gold, yeah, I think gold and silver are looking worse than stocks. This one still, I want this low to be taken. Target is here, which is, yeah, a 4 to 5% drop, and that might also still be just part of an A wave, then a B wave, and then maybe even more price action to the downside. If we're gonna get money into risk assets, of course gold and silver will, yeah, keep being slower. Okay. Amazon did hit the 886 here, so labeling it the 1212 has become very unlikely now, but still possible. But when you hit an 86 hit, like when you have an 86 hit, it opens the door to take the low, and then this structure will, yeah, only be able to be labeled as a 3-wave move, which is more bearish than bullish, okay? Meta, we lost this trend line here, can have, yeah, this short-term push down still. We also have an 886 hit from this low, so this low will probably be taken. At least this low. And then additionally, I can add a target box taken from this 3-wave move to here, to then, yeah, this area here, okay? And I'll label it like this. So yeah, first 568 on meta is a level that we can watch. And if we go below that, we have 542, and then yeah, this 518, $511 area. So you can see this one is strong, then we have this one, and then we have here a cluster of 3 levels, which will be, I think, a very, very strong level. So yeah, this one and meta looking the worst, I think. Tesla I haven't looked at in a while, but I don't think there's really a lot of demand. If you want me to check Tesla, just let me know. I'll have a better look at it, but I don't really look at this one. Apple, yeah, would be nice to take this low still here. So this one as well, we might continue to the downside here. But overall, if you just look at the indicators, S&P and the Nasdaq, I'm really happy actually. And I think it's close, even though it's frustrating and even though it's taking a long time. I think we're really close to a low. Keep an eye on the news, and yeah, I'll keep you updated next week. And well, I hope you don't hear my chair because it made a lot of noise. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.